More than 4.5 years since Hurricane Katrina destroyed parts of New Orleans, the devastation still remains.
I get every year, I got not a friend, but maybe someone who I know, you're still going down there? That's not fixed yet, or that's not done yet? And then no, at the current rate, it's going to take another 15 years.
Sean Spaventa is coordinator of AV support at Drew and has taken a team of Drew students down to New Orleans every January since the storm. And he says the students are still amazed by the city's lack of progress.
You're just driving down a main road, you can get so many different views of how it's come back, and I think that was just kind of shocking to some of them.
Along with Spaventa, 16 students and 4 faculty and staff members went on the trip. They spent their days fixing up houses that had not been touched since the hurricane. This meant the houses were covered in mold, and the students say getting rid of that took a long time.
And you have to brush each section of the wood. You just have to keep going over it and over it with the bristle brush to quote-unquote open up the wood. So that way once you open up the wood, you can put in the chemicals that you need to kill the mold.
Kalini says the most memorable moment for her was when this elderly man finally moved back into his house.
We're home now, and we thank you.
It was the most heart-wrenching speech I've ever heard, and I think everyone was crying because, he started crying and he just said, it's the first time in his life he had ever had to go on welfare.
There's still so much more to do, and they have a waiting list of 30 families that are waiting to start their houses, and now that's 4.5 years removed from the storm, and 4.5 years not being in your home is pretty long.
And Spaventa says he hopes to continue bringing groups from Drew down to New Orleans for as long as he can. For Drew University, I'm Ted Johnson.